Hey guys, it's Ronnie P, Pilot Gardener and Reefer. Check out my bell peppers this morning, y'all. This is crazy. They look really good, y'all. These are, like this one right here is getting close to big enough to pull off the vine. But anyway, sorry I didn't get the update out for my garden on Saturday. We spent some time in Sandestin, Florida, and we just got back yesterday and saw that I needed to put a little work in on the garden. I had to put up some stakes and try to tie up some of the limbs to my tomatoes that were getting kind of out of control. And I've still got a few more I need to do, but I got the majority of it done yesterday. But everything's looking good. I got a few vegetables on the back side of the garden that are ready to pick, and my zucchini squash and zucchini are looking really good. I finally got an actual zucchini to grow. I think it's been growing for a little bit, but it was kind of hard to see it. Kind of come back here and show you. You can see that sucker right there. Pretty much ready. It won't be much longer. That right there will be ready to pick. All right, let's just kind of check it out, y'all. So you can see my little cherry Romas. I mean, this plant here is loaded down. I've got another limb over there that kind of fell off to the side, and I may grab a little string and pull it up a little bit. But man, this thing is just loaded up. I mean, we've got tomatoes all over it. Anyway, bell peppers looking good. Here's some more cherry tomatoes. These are those super sweet 100s. I mean, they're loaded up everywhere, guys. More of them down here. That's another limb I'll have to pull up. I ran out of string yesterday, so I needed to just to kind of get what was super important to pull up, the stuff that was kind of blowing over every time the wind blew. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab some more string and then I'll finish what I started. But man, these plants right here are so dense. Like, these don't even look like they're trying to fall over at all. So I haven't staked them up yet, but I probably should. And I may do that. I may grab a few more stakes. Anyway, all right, so these are my Roma plants. And you can see some big Roma tomatoes under the bottom, and in the middle, and in the back, up top. You can see them back there hiding. On the side here, right there. More Romas here. This is the plant that I had those red spider mites that were on. And anyway, I sprayed them down with some of that insecticidal soap. I didn't really know what else to do because they were going to basically destroy all the leaves on the plant, which you can see that's pretty much what they almost did. But I still have tomatoes on this one, even with all that damage to the leaves. You can see the tomatoes down in there. All right, so this right here, all right, so this is the plant that on my last video didn't have any tomatoes on it. It was the one beefsteak, red beefsteak tomato plant that didn't have anything growing on it. Well, let's see. We've got one right there that finally popped up, and another one right back here. But I mean, we've got flowers on it, but it just hadn't really produced anything much. But there's a couple, so maybe this one will produce a little bit later, and maybe it'll keep going. My little cucumber vine, let's see, it's trying to climb up my tomato plant. So probably need to work that bad boy back down, otherwise I'll have cucumbers climbing all up into my tomatoes. But anyway, that's the little cucumber vine that I thought was gonna die. It's still kicking. All right, more red beefsteak. This one here, let's see, it doesn't look like this one has anything on it either. Maybe this is the one I was talking about that didn't have. Well, it's got one right here, a little small one. right there. All right. So those two kind of off in the front, they're not doing as good as these back here. Like this one here, and these two red beefsteak plants are just loaded down with tomatoes. I mean, we got these up here, we got these right there. You can see the three kind of in the back there. You can come down a level, we got two more right there. You got four grouped up right here, and then you got three really big ones grouped up in the back. You've got 3 or 4 more down here. This vine down here that's on the bed down here on the ground. 2 there, 2 more here. That's just on that one plant. Then we move over to the next one, and we've got, you know, this one here, and we got that one and that one. Those that are grouped up down here, and then there's like 5 of them, 5 big tomatoes grouped up under the bottom. And this plant right next to it, 3. And there's my salamander. There's a couple of them in the garden that they've been here and they're not leaving. But I did a little reading, and it seems like they're beneficial to the garden. They'll try to eat insects and whatnot, so we want them to stay in here, I guess. All right, so this one, okay, yeah, there's a few of them right there. I got 3 tomatoes. I was thinking there were more on it. So it looks like this one's got 6 pretty good sized tomatoes on it. My strawberry plant, you can see my red strawberries down here. Looks like it's gonna make some strawberries, y'all. I mean, it's not gonna make a ton of them, but you know, for something I just planted just for the fun of it, that's pretty cool. This is my other beefsteak tomato plant, big tomatoes. You got a bunch. This one's loaded up with them, all on the bottom. This is my other cucumber vine. I haven't seen any cucumbers yet, but a lot of blooms. Roma plant back here in the middle. We got 2 more of those in the middle. They're covered up in tomatoes. So is this one and the one next to it. I mean, these down here are big, y'all. Big Romas. It's looking good. Now, these are my yellow cherry tomatoes, and you can just see all of the tomatoes on this one, y'all. And under the bottom, these tomatoes right here, they're ripening up. These are gonna be ready to pick. They could actually probably pick them now. But look at that. Those are getting ready. So, you know, we're about to start picking tomatoes, y'all. That's pretty cool. And let's see. This is the early girl. Got a few of them grouped up there. I got another couple of clusters up here, a couple of big ones there. Kind of right back behind that. So looks like this one's making pretty good. This is another yellow cherry tomato plant. You can see we got 3 grouped up there that are ripening up right behind those leaves. These here, and look at all of the different clusters that we've got. So we're gonna have a lot to pick from. All right. Now you can see right next to me here are my zucchini squash. Look at those, I mean, they're all over this. I mean, they're everywhere, y'all. Down here, right there, back here. And there's our salamander. More there, kind of under here, under there. Yeah, these are gonna be big producers, it looks like. All right, little baby watermelon right there. And I was out here yesterday kind of looking around, and it looked like we had, I don't know, 3 or 4 watermelons on the vine. Like here's another little baby one right there. And Let's see. But you can see they're doing good, y'all. They're spreading out. I've got another pretty good size one right back here on the ground. And I thought I saw one a little further back yesterday, but I'm having trouble pointing it out right now. But anyway, there's at least 4 that are on the vine growing. Now, check out my pimento peppers. Now, there's a group right here. Now, these are tomatoes right here, but these are pimentos. That's pretty cool. Got a whole group of them there. It's like 5 of them. And then look at how big this pimento is, y'all. These are huge. Got several of them on here. Now, my jalapenos, if you can see them back here. Got jalapenos growing out here on the vine. Looking really good, y'all. These are getting big. So, my other cherry tomato plant, you can see this one right here was just like everywhere, falling over. It's got so many cherry tomatoes on it. This is another one of the super sweet 100s. But I mean, it is loaded up with cherry tomatoes, y'all. But anyway, it was getting so heavy, the limbs were just falling, you know, in all directions. So it looks kind of crazy, but you know, we've got string tied up in several different directions trying to hold this up. And it looks like that little tomato plant that was next to my pimento pepper plant is, I think it looks like cherry Romas. You can see the little tomatoes right up there grouped up. The camera's got them, yeah. So looks like little cherry tomatoes, y'all. Cherry Romas, they're kind of teardropped. Yeah, I wasn't sure what kind of tomato plant that was because I didn't actually plant that one. But anyway, well, y'all, it looks really good. I'm really happy with all of this. So anyway. All right, guys. Well, I am, the only thing I haven't talked about is my herbs. Let's look at them real quick. You can see the basil's doing good. We actually made a tomato basil soup last night, and we used a lot of basil, and you can see how much we still have left. It's a bunch of it. Parsley, I trimmed it back. I just cut that stuff back a good bit. We used some of that in our tomato basil last night. Rosemary, we used it in a dish a few days ago. Cilantro, I cut this back yesterday, and I'm telling you, I mean, look at how big the stalks have gotten on the cilantro. I mean, you know, this stuff was, let's see, I must have cut 8 inches off the top of that on both sides yesterday. But anyway, right now they're doing pretty good. Smells wonderful. Anyway, we're back around the other side, but everything's doing good. My yard enforcer is doing really good, keeping the garden free of deer and other pests. I did a little review video on the yard enforcer a few days ago that's just talking about that. And it's done a really good job, y'all. Don't have any complaints. As tall as all this stuff's getting, I could probably use a second yard enforcer because the plants are blocking the motion sensor on the yard enforcer. So anyway, y'all. Well, if this is your first time to check out any of my videos, please subscribe. If you guys have any comments or any encouraging words, or if you think there's something else that I could do that I'm not doing, leave a comment. But and if you're one of my subscribers already, thanks for coming back and checking out my videos. I really appreciate that. But if it's your first time, click the subscribe button, click the little bell, and when I post another video, you'll be notified of it. I do updates every week on my garden. And also, I have some other videos that I post. And but you ought to check it out. It's kind of fun. But anyway, maybe, you know, what I'm doing encourages somebody else to, you know, start a garden of their own. This is my first one, and it seems like it's doing pretty good. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I will have another update for you. I'll try to do that again on Saturday. I should be in town, so I'll do that Saturday, and I think maybe later today or tomorrow, I may do an update on my aquarium, the saltwater tank that I've got started again. It's looking pretty good. I've got the algae cycling and all that is happening right now, so it's a little cloudy. But I've got some new equipment coming that I'm going to be installing sometime probably the end of the week or so, and I'll be doing some video updates on that too. Anyway, thanks guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, bye.